Just gotta let it go.
I often sit and wish that I could just change my past. To think about you, Dad, there's so much shit that I could.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Ice here, and I'm back at you again with a brand new video. This time I'm going to be showing you guys my competitive class setups in Call of Duty World War II. This is going to be in ranked, just so I have more class setups to show you guys. But anyway, before we get into the video, let's see if we can get 15 likes, a like for each class setup that I'm going to show you guys. But anyways, without further ado, let's get right into the action. Alright, so for this first class setup, this is going to be an infantry Hunker FG42 class setup. Mostly I use this in hardpoint, sometimes in S&D if they're throwing a ton of nades. But this is going to have the red dot, grip, and quick draw. This quick draw just because if you get in some close range gunfights, you can just pull that FG out on them pretty quickly. It really does help out. And then on my second class, exact same thing, except I've got on advanced rifling. And I forgot to mention, but for all these class setups, I'm going to be running machine pistol cinemag with the sticky, because the sticky is just really nice. You can just like be in a gunfight, and if you miss your shots or something, or if they get away, you can just chuck that sticky. It's got a 2-second fuse on them, and as long as you're accurate with your throw, or as long as they don't get away too quickly, then you will definitely get that kill. But yeah, this is just a really nice class setup. And then for the second one, same thing, just advanced rifling or long barrel instead of quick draw. It doesn't make a huge difference on the FG, but with long barrel, it's basically a 3-shot kill from across any map in the game. So yeah, that is really nice. And then it's the same thing with this last class setup, except I have inconspicuous instead of hunker. So in modes like S&D or capture the flag, I can stay quiet. Now getting into some of my respawn SMG classes, I've got airborne with hunker on this first one, quick draw and grip on the PPSH, of course. Some people like to run some other stuff like grip and long barrel. That just doesn't really work in my opinion, because you really do need this quick draw to help you get that advantage. And it just feels so slow when I switch that quick draw out for long barrel. So I just always run quick draw because it just makes me feel better when I'm using the PPSH. But you guys can run long barrel if you like, but in my opinion it really doesn't make a huge difference on the PPSH, because you see, what is this? This is my long barrel class. So from about right here is where the 5-shot kill ends. Let's see, yeah, about right here. And then you switch over to this other class, and you can still get 5 shots kills from about this far out, but once you get to about here, it's still 5-shot. Hang on, let's finish that guy off. Just a little bit closer. Any day now. Yeah, so right there, right here is when you can get 4 shots. So you see the difference really isn't that much with the long barrel compared to the non-long barrel. So in most situations it won't even help you at all. So it's really just not worth it in my opinion. Alright, so then we've got the inconspicuous class, once again for like capture the flag and S&D so I can stay quiet. And then we've got the primed class just so I can get that long barrel if I do need it. Alright, so now down here for the mountain classes, you see how I have this layout. I have all my respawns up here, and then I have all my mountains, which is pretty much S&D only down here. So that really does help me when picking my classes. So you see I've got the first class is mountain hunker with the grip and red dot on the FG42. That's probably one of my favorite class setups for S&D. Probably the one that I use most because you're basically immune to nades with hunker. And then you've got the grip and the reflex sight, which is just a really good combination on the FG42 because this thing melts. And then down here I've got primed because long barrel on the FG42 really does just give you so much range. So then if you're on certain maps like Ardennes Forest, when you might get in really long gunfights, or like USS Texas, you are going to want to throw in that primed class so you can have that extra range. Alright, now we've got the scope. This is pretty cool because you can get more like strafing speed, kind of like stock. It'll give you about the same as infantry, so it's like you can run infantry but stay off the radar when they use kill streaks and stay silent. So this is pretty nice. You just can't run primed, and you do have to sacrifice that long barrel. Okay, now down here, these are my respawn, my S&D PPSH setups. So the first one I've got Mountain Hunker with quick draw and grip. It's just a bit slower than the airborne class, but you do get the immunity to nades as a trade for it being a bit slower. And then you've got the primed, which gives you that extra range, not much, but it can help in some situations. So if they're not throwing any nades and there's no point running Hunker, I'll just throw on this class. And then down here, these are the class setups that I don't use as much, but I've got the STG, which is just a pretty good gun, a really fun gun to use. It can 4-shot from across the map basically with long barrel, so I run quick draw, grip, and advanced rifling. So that's just a pretty nice class setup. And then down here I've got the same thing on the bar pretty much, except for instead of advanced rifling, you'll want to run the reflex, just because I don't really like the iron sights on the bar. But you do definitely want to run quick draw on the bar, and grip does help, but quick draw is pretty much necessary, because in my opinion there's no point in running a bar over an FG if you like the FG and you are running grip on the bar, because then it makes the bar not as good at close range, and that's about the only edge it has on the FG42. It's really good up close. So you are going to want to run the quick draw and grip setup on that bar. Then down here you've got the Thompson, or what I like to call the Scorpion from Black Ops 2. This thing melts, but I only have one class because it's kind of inconsistent, but the PPSH is just always that consistent SMG that you'll see used most of the time. So on this class I run Airborne Inconspicuous, because that's probably my most used class overall, because I can use it and capture the flag, S&D, or hardpoint. And hardpoint you don't really want to run mountain, and then in S&D you don't really want to run like two loud things. You want to have one of them quiet, I guess. So you do want Inconspicuous and Airborne. And then down here's my sniper class. This is pretty much what you are required to use just about for the sniper, but you got the Hunker just to help you with nades, because if someone sees you sniping, they're gonna launch some nades at you. So you are gonna want to run the extended mag and ballistic calibration. That's about all you can run unless you want to change the optics, but I like the optics on the Car 98. You can pretty much run the infield or M1903, I believe, but the Springfield or the infield if you want to. But that is gonna do it for my class setups. Like I said, if y'all new to the channel, make sure to go ahead and subscribe, and please leave a like on this video. Like I said, let's see if we can hit 15 likes. But thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Ice. Peace.
Woo!